and he's come a very long way to be here. Ladies and gentlemen, Miles K.
Thanks, Gabe. I was originally going to do my act, but it actually seems kind of out of place here. So I'm just going to tell a couple quick stories about Gabe. Kind of. I know Gabe because we lived together in Berkeley. Basically, when I first moved back up here, and I sent a letter to this house, and I told him, about myself. Told him I was a comedian. And I included like some really corny joke in the email. Like it was something like, "Oh, I just made a bunch of money selling my suit of armor at a place that buys clothing by the pound." And so Gabe and the housemates invited me over. And when I interviewed with everyone but Gabe. He wasn't there. And they said, "Well, we like you, but you need to interview with the last person." That's Gabe, and blah, blah. And I came in and met Gabe. He was super nice. He was really cool. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm really into comedy. Actually, I really love Zach Galifianakis." Did the interview. And in the end, he's like, "Well, you seem good, but I just have to ask you, you're a comedian. You're not an alcoholic or addicted to crystal meth, are you?" Which is funny to me. The alcoholic thing, it sort of makes it, like, the crystal meth seems so, like, randomly, like... And what's funny though is I was like, no, but actually not 4 years earlier I had been addicted to crystal meth, so it was really funny. I didn't mention that though. I was like, of course not. That's crazy. So I moved in and it was great, and then we were living together. I got to listen to Gabe playing piano all the time. I got to meet his piano instructor. He used to come over, and that was awesome. And then eventually one of our housemates got pregnant, and she was thinking of having the kid in the house. And, Gabe was getting ready to apply to medical school, and so he took off, which, was a bummer. And then after that, I think it was basically me and Gabe were the last two guys left in the house. And then after he left, they were like, "Well, we want to get another girl in here." And I'm like, "Ooh, this is turning into a trend." I became the last guy in this house. It was 4 girls, and every once in a while he would come over to visit. And I remember one time, I can't remember what the context was, but we were out driving together, and we started talking about OkCupid. I think Gabe had been dating on OKC a little bit, and then I just started out, and I was asking him for pointers on it. And I remember, I think I told him, I was like, "Well, right now, under the section that says, what is the first thing that people usually notice about you?" And Gabe was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, what I put is that I'm standing in their kitchen." Maybe that. But he's been awesome. Gabe has come to a bunch of my shows, probably more so than any other friend of mine. And I'm sorry he doesn't live in the house anymore. I know he's doing well, and I'm happy to hear it. And I'm really glad he invited me on tonight to see you guys perform. And have a great night.